Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered how old the universe is? How long a day lasts on other planets? How time itself really works? Thousands of years ago, the wise sages of ancient India wondered these very same things, and what they discovered is one of the most beautiful ideas ever imagined. Today, modern scientists, even Albert Einstein, have found something surprisingly similar. So let's explore it together. Here on Earth, one day is 24 hours. The sun rises, the sun sets, and that's what we call a day. Simple, right? But here's something amazing. A day is not the same everywhere in the universe. On Mercury, a single day lasts almost 59 Earth days. On giant Jupiter, a day is only about 10 hours. And on Venus, one day is longer than a whole year. So time is not the same for everyone, not even in our own solar system. Long ago, the sages of ancient India sat beneath great trees, meditating and studying the stars. And they had a remarkable idea. What if time itself moved in enormous cycles? What if there were days far, far longer than ours, days belonging to the creator of the universe himself? The sages taught that time flows through four great ages. First, the Satya Yuga, the age of truth, when people are wise, kind, and pure. Then the Treta Yuga, the silver age, when truth begins to fade. Then the Dvapara Yuga, the bronze age, when kindness grows harder to find. And finally the Kali Yuga, the dark age, when truth becomes rare. We are living in the Kali Yuga right now. Together, these four ages form one cycle, a Mahayuga, more than 4 million years long. Very long by our clocks, but in the life of the universe, just one tiny tick. Now it gets wonderful. 71 Mahayugas form an even greater era, a Manvantara, each watched over by a great sage called a Manu. One Manvantara lasts about 306 million years, long enough for entire kinds of creatures to appear and disappear. And now the most wonderful part. 14 Manvantaras make up just one single day for Lord Brahma, the creator, more than 4 billion Earth years. And when his day ends, Brahma sleeps for 4 billion years more. His night lasts as long as his day. Now here's something remarkable. One day of Brahma is about 4.32 billion years. And when scientists measured the age of our Earth, they found it to be about 4.5 billion years. Almost exactly one day of Brahma. The ancient sages had no telescopes, no laboratories, yet they imagined a cosmic clock nearly the size of our Earth's true age. Isn't that wonderful? The sages taught something even more amazing. That time in Brahma's realm flows differently than time on Earth. What feels like a single day to him feels like billions of years to us. For thousands of years, this seemed a beautiful spiritual idea. But then, about 100 years ago, a scientist astonished the world. His name was Albert Einstein. He discovered that time is not fixed. Time can stretch, slow down, even bend. He called this idea relativity. And most surprising of all, gravity itself changes how fast time flows. The stronger the gravity, the slower time moves. Near a large planet, time runs a little slower. Near a giant star, slower still. And near a black hole, it slows almost to a crawl. 1 hour there might equal many years back on Earth. And this isn't a story. It's real, proven science. Scientists have even tested it. Astronauts on the space station circle Earth so fast that time passes a little more slowly for them. They come home the tiniest fraction of a second younger than if they'd stayed. Only a sliver of a second, but it's real. Time truly flows differently, depending on where you are and how fast you move. So think about this. Thousands of years ago, the Hindu sages taught that time flows differently in different realms. That one day for Brahma equals billions of years for us. Today, scientists have proven that time really does flow differently, depending on gravity and speed. The sages never saw Einstein's equations. Einstein never read the Vedas. Yet both pointed to the very same truth. Time is not the same everywhere. This is why the ancient stories tell of gods who live for billions of years. Why Brahma can sleep between the ages without the universe ending. And why Lord Vishnu can return again and again, across the ages, in many forms. Because time in his realm is not our time. His single day is the whole history of our world. So where are we in this great cosmic clock? We are in the 7th Manvantara, watched over by a sage named Vivasvata Manu. The very Manu whom Lord Matsya, the great fish, saved from the flood at the dawn of our age. And within it, we live in the Kali Yuga, the darkest of the 4 ages. But do not be sad. For after every Kali Yuga comes another Satya Yuga. The wheel always turns. The light always returns. Isn't the universe wonderful? Clocks within clocks, days within days, ages within ages. Some too small to see, some too vast to imagine. The ancient sages and the modern scientists are both trying to understand the very same mystery, time itself. So the next time you hear the stories of Vishnu's avatars, you'll understand something special. That each one came at its own moment in this vast cosmic clock. That the Vedas, the myths, and the sages were not only telling stories. They were teaching us that time is deeper than we know, that the universe is stranger than we imagined, and that each of us lives inside one small tick of a great, sacred cosmic clock. So the next time you check your wristwatch, remember, it counts only one kind of time. The universe is counting many. Time is not the same everywhere. The ancient sages knew it through wisdom. Modern scientists proved it through experiment, and both bow to the same great mystery. Explore the Dashavatar stories to see when Lord Vishnu appeared in this great cosmic clock.